Welcome to my YouTube channel, Engineering Physics by Dr. Deepak. Today we'll discuss about the experiment of to determine the value of G by using Cater pendulums. What is a Cater pendulum? Cater pendulum is a compound pendulum based on the principle that both the center of suspension and oscillations are interchangeable. Here in this diagram, this W1 is the cylinder, that is a brass cylinder or the metal cylinder. K1 is the knife edge. G is the center of mass of the rod, W1 is the center of the rod, and here K2 is the knife edge, and W2 is also the wooden cylinder. This G is the center of gravity of the rod, and L1 is the length between the knife edge K1 and the center of gravity of the rod. And L2 is the distance between the knife edge K2 and the center of gravity of the rod. The center of gravity of the rod lies nearby the knife edge K1. The reason being, in this upper side, we are using the metal cylinder. This metal cylinder is heavy than the wooden cylinders. So the center of gravity of the rod lies near the knife edge K1. Here we have to find out the distance between the knife edge K1 and the center of gravity of the rod, that is the L1, and center of gravity and the knife edge K2, the distance is L2. And this is the center of the rod. This W weight is the center of the rod. The movable cylinders, knife edges, and the metallic weight are so adjusted that the time period of the pendulum about the knife edge is equal to the length of equivalent simple pendulum whose time period is given by T is equal to 2 pi root of L upon G. From this formula, we can calculate the value of G. Resorting to Bessel's approximation, where we do not require making the two time period to be exactly equal because it's quite difficult and time consuming to set the Cater pendulums for this configurations. Here T1 and T2 represent nearly equal time period in second for position of K1 and K2, distance L1 and L2 in centimeter from center of gravity. We are using the formula to determination of acceleration due to gravity. G is equal to 8 pi square divided by T1 square plus T2 square divided by L1 plus L2 plus T1 square minus T2 square divided by L1 minus L2. T1 is the time period of oscillating pendulum from knife edge K1. T2 time period of oscillation pendulum from knife edge K2. L1 is the distance between the K1 and the center of gravity of the Cater's pendulum. And L2 is the distance between knife edge K2 and center of gravity of the pendulum. In the observations, we can perform the experiment on the simulator. So we have to select the environment. Here we select the environment Earth, mass of steel cylinder, that is 0.5 kilogram. And mass of wood cylinder, 0.05 kilogram. Knife edge distance that we have selected, 15 centimeter. Steel and wood cylinder distance, 5 centimeter. Cylinder distance, that is the exact half of the length of the rod, 60 centimeter. Distance of K1 from center of gravity L1, which is equal to 23.75 centimeter. Distance of K2 from center of gravity L2, which is equal to 66.25 centimeter. Now, how we can perform the experiment on the simulator? We move to the simulator. Here, this is the arrangement to perform this experiment. We have selected the environment. We can find out the value of G on the Earth, Moon, Uranus, Saturn, and Jupiter. We have selected the value of G on Earth. Mass of cylinder 0.5 kilogram. Mass of wood cylinder 0.05 kilogram. Now we have to adjust the position of knife edge. This is the knife edge K1 and this is the knife edge K2. That is 15 centimeter. And the steel and wood cylinder, which is equal to 5 centimeter from the end of the rod. Now here, this is the metal cylinder, this is the knife edge K1, this is the center of gravity of the rod, because upper end we have a metal cylinder, and this is the center of the rod, and this is the K2 knife edge, and this is the wooden cylinder, and total length of the rod is 120 centimeter. Now here in the distance between the K1 and center of gravity, that is the 23.75 centimeter, and center of gravity to the knife edge K2 66.25 centimeter. This is the stopwatch. We have in the time period we can note down in hours, in minute, in second, or in the millisecond. So how we can perform the experiment? We have to click on the here on the rod and give the oscillations. We have to start the oscillations. Now how we can note down? We move it to the extreme left, and we start time period from the extreme left. When cycle is 1 is complete, when the rod is come to the extreme left end again. So here now I'm just moving this suspension. Note down the time period: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we have to stop down a stopwatch. Now you can stop out from this Petter pendulum with the help of the stop button. Now you have to note down this time period: 39.359 seconds. Now we have to invert this setup. The wooden cylinder is in the upward direction and this metal cylinder in the downward direction, and we have to repeat the same experiment for the 20 oscillations. It's up to you. You can note down for the 10, 15, or the 20, or more than the 20 oscillations. So I have only using the 20 oscillations. Now invert the setup. Now you can see wooden cylinder in the upward direction and the metal cylinder is the downward direction. Here the L2 is a 66.25 centimeter and L1 is again that remains same, 23.75 centimeter. Now we start the oscillations. So first we have to reset the clock. You have to note down this time period: 39.359 second. Reset it again 0. Now we start the oscillations at the extreme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 37.130, that is the time period T2. Now we can stop this. Now we can move to the calculation table. We have noted down the time period T1, T2, and the length L1 and L2 as per the requirement of the formula. Now in the observation table, we have recorded the 20 oscillations, the number of oscillations, that is 20. Time about the knife edge K1, that is the T1 in second, 36.928. Now there we have recorded this calculations earlier. We are not using the same calculation that we have recorded in this time. So time period for one oscillation T1 we can calculate T1 divided by 20, which is equal to 1.85 seconds. This is the time period for one oscillation. Now we invert the situations and the time about the knife edge K2, which is equal to T2 in second, 36.868, and the time for one oscillation T2 is equal to T2 divided by 20 seconds, which is equal to 1.84 seconds. In our calculation result, we have found out 10.48 meter per second square. The standard value of the G is 9.8 meter per second square. Now, how we can do the calculations? Here G is equal to 8 pi square T1 square plus T2 square divided by L1 plus L2 plus T1 square minus T2 square divided by L1 minus L2. We have find out the time period for the one oscillations. We are using that, and this is the square of this. We have add the value 6.81 and the length L1 plus L2, which is equal to 90, and minus T1 square minus T2 square 0.03 divided by L1 minus L2 42.50. Important note is there. If you can fix the position of L1 and L2, that is the L1, if we are using the higher value, then the symbol is remains same. But in the case, if we are using the value L1 is less and L2 is greater, then we can get the negative sign, and we are using the negative sign here. This is the important note for the calculations. After that, G is equal to 78.88 divided by, we can get the value 6.81 divided by 90, 0.076 minus 0.00070, and ultimately we can get the response is the 10.48 meter per second square. So the acceleration due to gravity at a given place is found to be the 10.48 meter per second square. From this experiment or the Keter pendulum experiment, we can find out the value of the G exactly, and we know that the value of G vary from place to place. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.